case we have not met before, welcome to TrueX today. Whether this is your first class or your 50th class, we'll have it tailored to the way that it works for you to accomplish what your goals are today in this class. We're going to get started with a 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll move along into our workout. We're going to be put into 2 groups today. It is a group setting, but still an individual workout for at your own pace. And then we're going to finish it up with a Tabata style abs section. So going over the warm-up, each exercise is going to be 30 seconds. You'll go through as many times as you can. We're going to start out with some dislocators. Make sure when you're going up, you kind of shrug those shoulders up and bring them down for each of those movements. Next, you're going to do some good mornings. So you're going to keep your hands back to your head. Stretch forward, nice flat back, kind of keep that head out. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. After that, we're going to move into some forward lunges with a twist. So we're going to go forward and twist, and come back, and forward and twist. You're going to twist to the leg, to the side that your leg is in the front. After that, we're going to do some hand release push-ups. Go down. Nice flat back in your push-up. Come down, lift those arms, and push back up. And then we're going to follow up with a couple scorpions after that. So arms stretched out. Bring that leg over your shoulder. And same thing to the other direction. Leg over the shoulder. If there's anything else that you kind of need to stretch out in that time frame, feel free to do so. So again, that'll be each movement for 30 seconds for 5 minutes to get you nice and warm there. After that, we're going to move into the exercise. So I'll break you up into 2 groups, Group A, and then we'll have Group B. Each section will be 12 minutes. You're going to want to do 12 reps of each movement, followed up by a cardio. Again, if you need to modify that and maybe you want to go heavier so you can't hit the 12 reps, you want to go 8 to 10, by all means, go right ahead. If you don't want to go heavier weights, you want to kind of keep your heart rate up there, you can keep with the 12 reps and just do a lower weight, whichever kind of works for you today. So what we'll start out with in Group A is we're going to do some weighted squats, 12 thrusters, 12 lateral to front raises, 12 box jumps, and then our cardio portion is going to be 12 calories on either the bike or the skier. Once we finish up that 12 minutes, you'll have about a minute or 2 to switch groups, get whatever weights you kind of need, catch your breath, and then we'll start the next round. Group B will be 12 weighted curtsy lunges, 12 kneeling shoulder presses, 12 tricep extensions, 12 elevated single leg bridges, and then our cardio portion will be 10 calories on the rower, or we're going to do a run and back. So we'll get started. So with the weighted squats, you can take your weights, kind of have them at your shoulders here. You don't really want to rest them on your shoulders. You want to kind of still be holding those up. You're going to squat down and up, down and up. You're going to do 12 of those. Next, you're going to go into your thrusters. So again, we're here. You're going to push up. And we're going to go all the way down and explode up. So all the way down, explode up. One thing too, if you are not the best quality knees, going down is kind of hard. Instead of thrusters, you can kind of just do a push press. So you're getting that same workout, just a little gentler on your knees. So push them straight up. Go. After that, we're going to do the 12 lateral to front raises. So front raise and the lateral raise. So again, the lateral and to the front. That's something that you're probably going to want to do a little bit of a lighter weight for, especially being 12 of them. And again, this is all about control. This isn't an exercise that you want to fly through. This is getting you nothing. Your form is kind of all over the place. You want to keep your core really nice and tight, and you want to control the motion up and control the motion down. And same thing to the side. control the motion up, control down. When you're going out to the sides, you also don't want to be a complete straight line, a T. You are going to be forward a bit, almost like a V. All right, after that, we're going to do 12 box jumps. If box jumps is something that don't work out for you, not really big into jumping, just step up on that box, step on, back down. One thing you want to do is rotate your legs. So whether you do 6 starting with your right leg, 6 starting with your left leg, or rotating in between. And then after that, your bike or your ski for 10 calories. Next, we're going to move into group B. We have 12 curtsy lunges, and they are going to be weighted. Again, if the weights are too much for that and you just want to go for the curtsy lunge to kind of practice your balance, by all means, you go right ahead. We're going to take our weights here. Again, don't rest them on your shoulders. Kind of keep them up a little bit. Core is super tight, and you are going to step back, controlled up, core nice and tight, step back, core nice and tight, control up. There we go. If curtsy lunges just aren't your thing, again, you can do it unweighted, which is going to help a little bit to protect those knees. Also, you can just kind of do side lunges if you'd like. Even front lunges, if that's something that works out a little better for you. There you go. All right, after that, we have our kneeling shoulder press. So we're gonna go down. I'm gonna start out to the side here to kind of show you. Again, our form is our biggest thing right now. You want to keep that straight back. One thing you're gonna wanna do is kind of arch, because you're gonna wanna use your back to help push that weight up. So you are going to work hard to squeeze that belly button to your back and stretch it up. Again, core nice and tight, squeezing and up. And go to the front here. So my core is tight. My my elbows are staying straight across. We're not sagging down. We're gonna stay here, push up. I like to know I'm up whenever my weights kind of hit each other, and it's controlled. You don't want them smashing. Up, down, and up. All right. If being on your knees, again, is something that doesn't work out for you, then obviously you can stand and do the same thing. Core nice and tight, engaged, stretch up, and up. All right, and then after our shoulder press, we have tricep extensions. So that's something also you can do standing or you can do kneeling. When you kneel, your focus has to be a little bit more on your core. It definitely makes you concentrate on what you're doing a little bit better, so you're getting a little bit better of a workout, a little more of a full body workout. So you're here, you want to squeeze your elbows to your ears. You're going to extend down, keeping those elbows in as tight as you can, and up, down, and up. Don't let your elbows come out like this. Keep them nice and tight, and up. And again, back nice and straight. We don't want it rounded, we don't want it arched. Back, everything tight, stretch through to the top. All right, and then after that, I'm gonna stay down. We have our elevated bridge. This is something that you can do on the TerraCore, which I really like because it helps also with your balance. But what we're gonna do is you're gonna get down in your bridge. You're gonna elevate, you're gonna pop up, you're gonna be on that ball of your foot. So you're up, your opposite leg is gonna go up in the air, you're gonna go down, and you're gonna push back up. And you're going to be squeezing everything. So your butt, squeezing it as tight as you can. Your core, again, always core tight. Coming down, keeping that heel up off the ground, and up. You can do 6 on one side, 6 on the other side, up and down. If the elevation is a little bit too much, then keep your heels, your feet nice and flat on the ground. Try to keep them in as close to your butt as you can. And you're just gonna raise, squeeze, 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 and bring it down. Again, raise and down. And then you can still do this with one leg up. So up and down, other foot up and down. All right, so those are our 2 groups there. Once we finish that through, we'll clean up, and then we're gonna move on to our abs portion. We're gonna do a Tabata style abs. So it's 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. We're gonna do Russian twists, and then we're gonna do a plank hold. So to challenge yourself a bit, you can add a weight with that Russian twist, or you can have no weight and you can just really work on your form. You can also, depending on your ability level, you can do your twists with your legs up and over, or you can keep your feet grounded and twisting to each side, whichever method you prefer. When you are doing these Russian twists, you want to squeeze your belly button as if it's going into your back. So squeeze, 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 and twist. And it can be a slow twist. This isn't something that you need to speed through. It's almost kind of the slower you go, the harder you're working your abs. So twist to each side. We'll do that for 20 seconds. You'll have 10 seconds of rest. After that 10 seconds, we'll switch to our second ab work, and that's going to be the plank. So you can do your plank hold here, or you can go down to your elbows and plank hold here. Biggest thing there, keeping the flat back. We don't want to be in a plank hold like this. We want to be down. Also, make sure your shoulders aren't going over your arms. You want to stay nice and flat. All right. Thank you, and we'll get started.